If you are a man over 60, what I'm about to say may upset you at first. It may challenge beliefs you've carried for years, but if you truly listen, it could save you years of stress, regret, and silent suffering. Because there are uncomfortable truths about relationships at this stage of life that almost nobody dares to say out loud. And this is one of them. Having a girlfriend after 60 is not always a blessing. In fact, for many men, it becomes one of the biggest mistakes of their later years. Not because love is bad, not because women are bad, but because life has changed and the rules are no longer the same. Yet society keeps pushing the same old story. A story that says you must have a partner to be complete. That being alone means failure. That companionship is always better than peace. And this narrative quietly destroys many older men who worked their entire lives just to finally feel free. The first brutal reason is financial risk. After 60, your money is no longer just money. It is your safety, your independence, your medical security, your dignity. It represents decades of discipline, sacrifice, and restraint. When you enter a serious relationship at this age, you are not just sharing emotions. You are exposing everything you built to legal, emotional, and family complications. Health costs can appear suddenly. Adult children begin watching every expense. Inheritances turn into emotional landmines. And before you realize it, the retirement you worked 40 years for is slowly being redirected to cover someone else's poor planning, medical needs, or unresolved financial baggage. Many men discover too late that they quietly became a retirement plan instead of a partner. The second reason is freedom, real freedom. The kind you may have never truly experienced before. For the first time in your life, there are no bosses, no school schedules, no mortgages demanding overtime, no constant expectations pulling you in 10 different directions. But this freedom is fragile, because the moment a girlfriend enters your life, so do negotiations, explanations, compromises, emotional check-ins, and obligations. Slowly, the same cage you thought you escaped begins to rebuild itself, until one day you realize you are once again structuring your days around someone else's needs instead of your own. Many men admit in private that the companionship was not worth the loss of peace. The third and most ignored reality is health and caregiving. After 60, love is no longer just about dinners and travel. It becomes about medications, mobility, doctor visits, insurance calls, and long nights filled with worry. Statistically, men end up as caregivers far more often than they expect. Their own health quietly declines under the weight of responsibility, stress, and emotional exhaustion. Meanwhile, the dreams they had for retirement slowly disappear. And the most painful truth of all is this: when men become sick themselves, loyalty is not guaranteed. Yet the legal and financial ties remain. The fourth reason is that you are set in your ways. And this is not a flaw. It is wisdom. You finally understand how you function best, how much noise you tolerate, how you sleep, eat, think, relax, and recover. At this stage of life, small incompatibilities are no longer small. Everyday comfort matters, peace matters, and constant adjustment drains energy you no longer have to waste. Yet relationships demand compromise, even when that compromise actively reduces your quality of life. The fifth reason is drama, the kind you promised yourself you would never deal with again. Because relationships after 60 come with entire histories attached: ex-husbands, adult children, unresolved resentments, family politics, emotional wounds that were never healed. Suddenly, you find yourself acting as a therapist, mediator, and emotional support system instead of enjoying the quiet years you earned. And peace of mind, once lost at this age, is incredibly hard to recover. This is not a message of bitterness, hatred, or isolation. This is a message of honesty. Being without a girlfriend does not mean being lonely. It means choosing friendships, hobbies, community, purpose, and self-respect over obligation and chaos. It means understanding that companionship does not require ownership. Commitment does not require the sacrifice of peace. And happiness does not require permission. Some of the most content men in their later years are not partnered. They are not chasing validation. They are not negotiating their lives away. They are living deliberately, calmly, and freely. And if you are truly honest with yourself, you may realize that what you want now is not romance, but peace. Not passion, but stability. Not someone to complete you, but the freedom to finally be yourself without explanation. This is the kind of truth we explore here on True Life Wisdom. And if this message resonated with you, take a moment to reflect, because your remaining years deserve clarity, not confusion, peace, not pressure, and wisdom, not regret. If this spoke to you, support the message and share it with a man who needs to hear the truth before it's too late.